family.
Your Excellency, I would like you to introduce yourself to the viewers.
Yes, my name is Ambassador Benedict Onochie. I'm the Nigerian ambassador to the Four Nordic countries, based in Sweden, Stockholm, and I cover Denmark, Finland, and the only Nordic country I don't cover is Iceland, which comes under
According to the statistics, you realize that you are the former ambassador of ING.
Yes, my father.
I'm not the former ambassador. I was in charge of the affairs mission when the last ambassador dropped. So I went to senior officer. Charge. So I held fort with the appointment of a substantive. So I held there for about a year. Substantive ambassador. Named personal.
Yeah, I have a question for you. How do you think Africa can benefit Nigeria precisely? Africa can benefit Nigeria precisely from the protection of women's rights and the empowerment of women in society.
Although I wasn't there from the beginning, to participate right from the beginning. It's a 5-day program here. Last week mentioned number of women constitute something like 50-51% of the population. If you don't have gender equality, you do not allow women to have their rights, then obviously you are condemning half the population. You are removing half the population from contributing towards economic development. So it's critical. That first is. Secondly, women have a lot of women not only hard workers, they are well educated, highly qualified. So we need women to participate, and this is why the federal government, under the governance has appointed the largest number of women in the country's history as ministers. And as I said, not just ministers holding portfolios, but holding very critical and important portfolios.
Competency ministers.
Yes. Petroleum, aviation, ICT, and the rest of them. So we need to bring women fully into government, into positions. Gender equality should be supported, even from the point of fairness. The female child should have equal rights.
So, what role do you think your office can play in the empowerment of Nigerian women in Finland, not in diaspora, especially in the Nordic region?
Well, in Finland,
I mean the Nordic region.
Yes. Well, throughout, in terms of supporting gender equality, in terms of recruitment, we have quite a few women working within the embassy itself, playing critical roles. My wife, who is a woman, involves herself quite a few activities to support Nigerian interests and Nigerian women. And generally supporting all gender-related policies.
Thank you. Everybody know the latest election, the Association of Nigeria Committee in Finland, the election took place last week, and it was really free and fair elections. And whereby Mr. Fred Adu is the president now, and everything is working. So have you contacted? Yeah, and the secretary was Lola Ojomo. The vice president was Bukola Modono, and other positions. So now, what have you done? Have you contacted them? What is the next level now?
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, you know that I think my last visit to Finland, I think it was mid last year when I came for the town hall meeting. I don't know whether you were present at that.
It's not. I was in Nigeria.
You heard about the town hall meeting we had?
Yeah, I had.
In Hilton.
Hilton.
Yes. So it was at that occasion, of course, these are town hall meetings that I try in all the countries of my representation to reach out to Nigerians, to see where the issue is thinking, to understand the problem, to see how the embassy can effect a better service for them.
So how are you going to support the executive and the association?
I'm trying to answer that question. So what we did during that particular visit, I discovered that there was some division in the Nigerian association, and what I enjoined the executive then was that they should ensure that they make the next election free and fair. And we got voices saying that they are not participating, not inclusive. And we also got complaints from the executive that when it's time for meetings, a lot of the Nigerians complaining will not be there. They did not show up. So how can you be talking about not participating when you don't turn up? So we appealed to both sides, all the Nigerians, that they needed to register their presence by attending meetings. We also hope that we enjoin the executive also to carry out a free, fair and transparent election. And that is what has led, by God's grace, to this recent election. We told them that we would send officers to participate and, if possible, conduct the verification of the SSL. My officer who was here, I actually directed him to the president in my minutes. Please, you are going to attend a particular consular meeting. Remain and stay for this. I think there were some issues, certain problems. I don't know about the flight or something, but I was not very happy when I discovered that he had come back without attending. Because it was a promise I made to Nigeria that we will be involved to ensure the transparency of that, because we know once a process is transparent, it will be inclusive. Once it's inclusive, people are more willing to accept and participate.
Thank you, sir.
Now, in closing, my advice to the new executive, you asked me have I contacted them. First of all, the executive will write us to tell us, to inform us they have concluded, they are happy, this is the new list. They will inform the mission that this is the new list, these are their members. Then in that process, we will write them and congratulate them. And we are ready to work with them to make a success of tenure. But in closing, the most important thing which I tell all our agencies, all our associations, and even down to the different various ethnic groups, they must strive to be relevant. It's not a question of people come and register and pay something and you are not relevant, you are not giving them certain benefits. You have to make yourself relevant to get the Nigerians to continue to attend, to want to continue to contribute. So relevancy is the name of the game. You have a strong executive that brings up policies that will actually focus on the lives of the Nigerian members. Nigerians will join, Nigerians will get stronger, you will get bigger, you will get more established. That is the trick. There's no two ways about it. It's not a question of winning executive to go and do big man. You will be the servant of the people. People will see you, the benefits, they will join, they will support you. And Nigerians are ready to support.
Many Nigerians are they are aware about the situation of the passport. Because I have some colleagues, people from from Finland, they were complaining that they registered for the passport, and for the past 2 years, none of them, and some of them have never received the passport. Even some have to fly to Germany to get a passport. And I was thinking that this is a Nordic region. You are the ambassador. We have Sweden, Denmark, Norway, and Finland. It's a very big region. At least we're supposed to have the printing machine that can print for all Nigerians in the Nordic region, instead of going far to the long distance.
Well,
so, what kind of plan solution do you have for that?
I don't. What you made quite a few statements and allegations. The truth of the matter is that there are not that many Nigerians that their passports are outstanding. When I arrived here, I agree, there's no machine here. Obviously, if there's no machine, there are problems. How do you issue passports? Particularly taking into consideration the fact that the new e-passport system, there's no proxy. You cannot take passport by proxy, sending photo. You must be in front of the machine. So there's a problem. That's the issue. Now, when I came in, you now have to have passport intervention exercises. Immigration officers will come, do the necessary photographs, do the processing, goes back where it's done on the machines, and then they forward your passport to you. Now, what we found on the ground when I arrived was maybe 500 plus, 550, 600 passports that were outstanding. So, of course, I'm aware that a lot of Nigerians needed these passports to sort out their positions here, residence permit, to do this kind of thing. And we want our Nigerians to be involved in able-bodied men involved in work. And we want to support them because we know there are Nigerians that support them. Even villages back home, one person here is supporting several members of our family back home. So in an effort, we went into it immediately. We were able to resolve almost 500 of those passports were immediately brought back because of pressure. Brought to bear. Most of those were sorted. The ones that were not sorted had certain legal problems.
No need to translate, 'cause my eyes give me away.